Jai Hind to all. This is Chelsi Sen, Assistant Professor in AKGC Ghaziabad. Today we are going to start the series of project management and entrepreneurship. So today we are going to discuss about the various concept of entrepreneurships. What is the term entrepreneur is, as it is a who is entrepreneur. First of all, the question came in our mind is who is entrepreneur. Now talking about the entrepreneur, what comes in your mind? Just discuss about that. So entrepreneur is a French word which means entrepreneur, meaning to undertake certain activities like which produces a product, which sells and market the product, or bears the overheads like pays the rent of a lands and building, wages to the labor, interest on capital, later generate the profit. These are the various roles come in mind who do the certain activities, who do the certain task. But this is a definition given in the French word. So we are going to explore the various definition of the entrepreneur, what is entrepreneur and what are the various qualities needed in the entrepreneur. Now, introduction to the entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship in the contemporary market, the entrepreneur act as a various roles like it can be act as a innovators, or we can say the developers who identify and captures the opportunity. This is the first of the quality one entrepreneur should have. So next, what the entrepreneur can be having a particular qualities or how does it works. So entrepreneur transfer the opportunity into the mercentage step concepts in which he creates the value through the multiple stakeholders and the resources, and entrepreneur takes the risk while seeking rewards for their ventures and the efforts. So this is how the entrepreneurship works, that they are the persons who are the innovators, developers who create the opportunity and create that opportunity and transfer that opportunity into the various concepts to the various organization or enterprises. Then they take the risk, then they takes the rewards from their ventures and they do the various type of efforts. This is how we are introducing entrepreneurship. Now talking about the term entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is an individual person who undertakes the risk associated with the creating and organizing and owning a business, or we can say that the enterprises who takes the risk related to the venture creation, managing the things in our own business. That's how the works. Now according to the terminology or the definition, the entrepreneur is a person who combines the various factors like factors of a productions, processes the raw material, converts the raw material into the finished product and creates the utility, also sells the produce in the market to earn the profit. So this is how the different definitions according to the different organizations, different researchers, different innovators, this is how the entrepreneurship having a different terminology is defined. So in a very beautiful quote it is said that the entrepreneur are made and not born. This is how the it is said. Now talking about the entrepreneur, what are the qualities the entrepreneur is having? Entrepreneur is having which is uncertainty bearer. Uncertainty bearer, like whenever the market is not consistent, there is no certain market loss, there is no certain profit. So where the entrepreneur develops or born. Then we are having a risk taker. Risk taker who takes the risk to own the resources, takes the profit and loss of a venture or a business. Now the entrepreneur is a person who is the creator of a new system, new venture in a better ways. So we can say that the entrepreneur is an innovators who creates the new things in a new better ways. Now entrepreneur is a changing agent who changes the concept of a businessman, who changes the word, who creates the new things. Many things are there. Then the entrepreneur is an innovator who innovates the new things in a new better ways, or we can say that into a modern technology traditional technology to the modern technology in a better ways. So this is how the entrepreneur works or acts as an various roles, or he is an organizer of whole resources, managing whole resources. This is how the entrepreneur works. Now these are the various traits of an entrepreneur that we have already discussed, but these are the traits of an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur's traits are: it is a risk takers, they are the flexible, they are very flexible to adaptable things are there. Then they are having a knowledgeable related to their business, related to the research knowledge, related to the market knowledge. They are very knowledgeable. Then they are independent. They are not dependent on any organization team. They are not dependent upon the fundraisers. They earn their fund, they raise their fund by their own. This is how the entrepreneur works. Then they are too energetic. They are the person who is too lazy, can't develop the things. So these are the traits of an entrepreneur that should be there in an entrepreneur. Now he is a creative who thinks about the new things, how to show the things in a better ways, in a unique way, in a creative way. Then he is a dynamic leader or a very good team leader who can evolve their teams, who can manage their teams into a low resources, or we can say that the high resources too. So he is a dynamic leader too. Then we are having a responsive to suggestions or a criticism, means very quick responsive to the various suggestions, criticism, whatever the responses are coming from the clients, whatever the responses are coming from the various businessmen. So they are very quick responsive person. So they take the decisions. They are a very decision maker person. They are very responsive on that particular suggestions and the criticism too. They can handle easily handle that criticism too. Then they are the resourceful. They have all the resources, how to manage that all resources in a particular enterprise. So how they are thinking the things. Then they are the initiators. Initiators means they are the person who started the things very first. They are not following the classical rule of that particular organization. So they are the initiators of a new things. They are the initiator of a good enterprise. They are the initiators of a good organization. They are the initiator of a good business, new venture, and many things. They are persistent. The first and these are the traits that should be required in the particular entrepreneur. The entrepreneur. Then we will discuss about the personal characteristics of a successful entrepreneur. They are the various successful entrepreneurs. Various names are coming in our minds, but they are the various characteristics of the successful entrepreneurs are. This is the persistent that we have already discussed in the traits of a entrepreneur. Persistent means it should be consistent. It should be like resistant. Then it should be a creative. Creative means thinking new ideas in a better ways, or it should be a unique. They are the responsible person of every loss, profit, every risk bearer person. Then it's an inquisitive person. These are the various characteristics. Then they are a goal oriented. If they have think that we have to do this particular goal for this particular organization, for this venture, so they are very goal oriented, very focused to their goal. Then it should it's the qualities that is the independent. They does not dependent upon any person. They are not dependent. So this is the best quality they are having. Then it is a self-confidence. Self-confidence is required to have a to be an successful entrepreneur. When you are not having a confidence to represent the things, it is not a worth to have that quality to not take to the upground to the particular market. So this is how the things. And the last and very most important characteristics is the risk taker. he or she can be easily take the risk, and he or she can be easily able to handle all the resources and the managing the things. Now, talking about the skills needed by the successful entrepreneurs, what are the different skills which are needed by successful entrepreneurs are these are the communication skills. The entrepreneur should be having a good communication skills. Then human relation skills to collaborate with the person, to collaborate with the different organization. It is required to have a good human relation skills with the good communication skills too. Then it should be a math skills that is related to the finance. Then it is a problem solving and a decision making skills. Problem solving and decision making skills are required whenever the tough decisions need to be taken into a new ventures, or whatever the losses or profits are handling in the particular organization or a department. Then the risk making decision is very needed. Then the technical skills are required in running a particular organization, running a particular business. So knowledge regarding that particular organization related to that particular venture, it is required a technical skills. So these are the skills needed by successful entrepreneurs. Then you are having a basic business skills, basic marketing skills that should be there into a in a entrepreneur. Now we are talking about the venture, enterprises, organizations. So what the term enterprise is? So the enterprise term is entrepreneurial activity, especially when accompanied by an initiative and the resourcefulness. Enterprise is called as a new activity or a new organization is run by the entrepreneur, that is called as the enterprise, related to the particular especially when accompanied by an initiative or resourcefulness. Then we the concept of entrepreneur and the enterprises related to the entrepreneurship. So it can be defined into the various ways. Entrepreneurs have the four key elements, like the innovations. They are the persons who are involved in the innovations. They are the risk taking person. They are having a clear vision related to their organization, and they are having a various organizing skills to handle that particular organization or a new ventures. So the capacity and the willingness to develop and organize or to manage a business venture along with any of the risk in order to make a profit. This is the best example of entrepreneurship to start a new business. So this is how the entrepreneurship works. So there is a basic difference between the entrepreneurship and the entrepreneur. So the entrepreneurship is a process of starting and running one's own business, but the entrepreneur is a person or who is an individual who undertakes the risk and which is associated with the creating and organizing and owning a business. So entrepreneur is an individual person who takes all these things or manage all these things, but entrepreneurship is a process. Entrepreneurship is a whole process of owning a business or running the business. So it involves the considerable amount of a risk. So this is how the difference between the entrepreneurship and the entrepreneur works. Then there are the various challenges comes into a entrepreneurship to become an entrepreneur. So there are these are the various challenges. Like first one is knowledge gap between the developed and the emerging, and the frontier and the underdeveloped market for the conducting a business. Next challenge is difference in the accounting system in the several countries. It can be if the entrepreneurs are involving in the different countries, then it can be it is difficult to handle the accounting system between the two countries. Then there is a variable rates of return. Rates of returns are different. It can be increasing, it can be decreasing. So this is how they are working. Then you are having a non-convertibility of a currencies. When you are involving to the whole over the world, then it is a little challenge that they are facing. Then the communication gaps again it involve when we are working as a global level. Then the communication gaps differ between the different areas, different around the globes. So this is the language barrier is considerable as an challenge. Now there are the various participants of entrepreneurs, like executors, dreamers, developers, and dudes. These are the 4 person which are involved in the entrepreneurship. These, so doers are the achievers who achieve the who have thought this is my goal, and I have to achieve that. So they are the achievers. They do the things. They are doing the struggle for that. Dreamers, who is doing something but not have their dream project, so they are the dreamers. They are dreaming for a new project, new dream projects, so they are the dreamers. Developers, that is the undecided situation. We are trying to think about this particular situation also and this particular situation also. So this is the confusions, or we can say that undecided situations. Now then we are having a dudes, means who is abandoning the ideas of being an entrepreneur. He is having a skills, but he is abandoning the ideas of being an entrepreneur. Now these are the various characteristics. Traits and characteristics are quite similar, but characteristics means being an entrepreneur requires specific characteristics, skills, like often achieved through the education, hard work, and the planning. The first characteristics is required to become an entrepreneur is the risk taker, who the businessman who can face the risk. The entrepreneur minimize the risk through the research, planning, and the skill development. So this is how they are having a good characteristics of risk taking. The entrepreneur minimize the risk through their research, through their knowledge, through their planning, through their management skills, through their skills. Then the person or entrepreneur should be a perceptive. These are having a perception, like taking every problem as an opportunity. This is the perceptive point. The person should be optimistic, or we can say that a confident, to handle the problem very easily or take the problem as an opportunist. This is how opportunity and the challenges. So this is the basic characteristic should have to being an entrepreneur. Then it is the curious. Curious is a very important feature or characteristic should be having into an entrepreneur. Means the entrepreneur like to know how the things works. This is the basic things should have, how the things are going on, how the process is going on. This is the curiousness nature the entrepreneur should have. They take the time, they take the initiative to pursue the unknown situation. Then we are having the imaginative. Entrepreneurs are creative. They imagine the solutions to the problem, that encourage to create the new products and the generate idea. So they are very imaginative in a creative way. They are thinking about the new products, generates the ideas in a unique way. So these are the qualities or characteristics one entrepreneur should have. Then we are having a persistent. That is, true entrepreneurs face bureaucracy, make mistakes, receive criticism, and deal with money, family, or stress problem. But they need to be stick to their dreams of seeing the venture succeed. They should not be step back whenever this situation, whenever the problems come. So they should not come. They should not backward the things. They should not take the back step. They should stick to their dreams of seeing the venture should be succeed. So this is how the person should be a persistent. Then the goal setting. The entrepreneurs are motivated by the excitement of starting a new business. Once achieved, they succeed out to the new goals and the ventures to try. Then the entrepreneur should be self-confident. They should be believe in themselves. Their self-confidence takes care about any doubts they may have. So they can take out to the firm to the next level. Then they should be a flexible. Entrepreneur must be flexible in order to adapt to changing the trends, market technologies, rules, and the economic environment. They should be adaptable. The adaptable nature in their environment. Then he should be having a characteristics of independent, should not be dependent on the others. Entrepreneurs desires for control and ability to make the decision often makes it difficult for them to work in a control environment. So they are try to be an independent person. They are having a character, they should be having a characteristics of a hard working. Entrepreneurs need a great deal of energy to see a venture start and succeed, yet they are not deterred by the long hours to achieve their goals. So they are should be a hardworking person. These are the various stages. Stage 1 is dreamer, that we have already discussed. Those who dreams the things. This is where the idea of a business is born. The dream is the culmination of entrepreneur's life and the experiences and the patience. Then the stage 2 is the person who dreams, then who creates. So the second thing is architect. The stage is where the dream is interpreted into a business model, which becomes the blueprint of a venture. The dreamer typically does not make a good architect. So this is how the various entrepreneurship stages. This is how the entrepreneur become and passes through the various stages of a life. Then the stage 3 is the builder. Architect, we have done the architecture, we have made the structure, or we have made the blueprint of the particular thing. Now the builder have a work to become to create that dream into a reality, to build that dream into a reality. The builder then literally turns the dream into the reality, and we are now at a critical juncture of the venture. Now the stage 4 is the cultivator. Builder had built that particular dream into a reality. Now we have to cultivate the thing. So this is the stage 4, where the growth stages start. There the profit is coming from the ventures. So once the business is launched, the cultivator's primary role is to guide the business through the various level of a growth. So these are the various entrepreneurship stages. Then in the next lecture, we are going to study about the various project management and the entrepreneurship theories about the entrepreneurship. Thank you. Jai Hind.